Hello. So this is early. I think I said on the last one that I did yesterday. I'm like, yeah, tomorrow's gonna be early because of work. Usually, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this at like 4, not 4 a.m. but 4 p.m. But because of work, I am going to be working until 11 p.m. But I don't want to immediately go and then immediately go into a stream because I will need to go home and it would legitimately maybe be 4 a.m. in the morning. Most like 2 a.m., 1 a.m. But yeah, that's the idea. I'm going to go into this. Where is it? Yeah. There's, there's some things in my hand that I shouldn't itch, but I do it anyway. Yeah. It's the same thing for like the review. I know like the review would already be up and it wouldn't really matter because again, this is for YouTube. Like YouTube, like you get this the same time as always. I'm not gonna be like, well, I did visit I did visit 8 a.m. So just like no, I only think it's mean like if I'm like, oh yeah, I uploaded a review earlier, whereas like on YouTube it's like that's gonna be odd. Oh, what's this? That is that's terrifying. No, that's nice. As you can see, there's only two left. Well, one of them is you have all the achievements, so basically there's only one left, which is terrifying. What's the sound volume on? Ah, low. So I'm just gonna wait a bit more. Sorry, yeah. Oh, wait, I need to get something. Just give me a sec. I just take ADHD tablets, so the tablets are useful, and I mean for the last couple of days, for the last 2 days, I keep forgetting to take them. Okay, so test. I think it's just continue because I'm going to the same section. What the? Okay, I don't know how I got there. Oh wait, no, the character things. Okay, it is that. Then it will just be continuing, but I was getting the character things. Load to dummies. Now this is the. There's a reason why I don't worry. It's because I know this path, at the very least. Also, this is fun. Yeah, I know that path, like the back of my hand. So, oh, look at this view. Oh, what a shame. I'm also worried that if I go closer, if I pick up, but I know. There's gonna be a lot of a stream which is like. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I got it in less time. Yeah. Also, yes, I have my Halloween stuff up. I might take it down later. I just like having a color pumpkin. So. Yeah, that one I think I could do in any order. I always do it in a circle, but now I'm like, I'm doing it differently. Because I feel like it. There's probably some ways that it can't be done, but it's done in a lot of different ways, actually. I want to see what happens if I look and it. Oh wait, no, I need to pull the switch. I was like, aha, I can look out. But no, you can't. This is What you mean, sorry?
You there? The fridge, I mean. The fridge almost killed you.
Sure.
Nothing to do with
The fridge.
I swear. Truly.
Sure. I totally believe you.
Yeah.
Serious.
My example, I was like, you really?
Especially for you. You're a big blooded coward, huh? It's so entertaining to watch you. The way you stumble around. Oh, okay. Break a leg.
There's sort of like a whole thing. I might stay for one and see like how much he says. Still don't get that. Like, or what that legitimately means. There's probably like one background where like the thing's a moon, but you don't see it. It is a lounge because like if you look this side, there's the back door. But there's a bunch of chairs. Here's the portal. I should leave it on.
Hold on now. A player? What are you doing?
Actually,
Who's there?
Another player, I see.
yeah, another player. That's the interesting one.
You're controlling the table cars. Do you realize how damaged the place you're heading towards really is?
No, but
Which is
it's the
interesting.
only path I have.
Right you are.
I don't know if this is a word towards Vamita, who legitimately has like the broken form and doesn't remember her face, which is interesting.
Through the monster slot middle game. So, get ready to blast.
This is the one thing which I do hope. I do hope. Yeah. One shot. Oh, 2 shots. Let's go. That's number 3. I thought I was going more above, but no, that's just the thing. That's just the lines, and I'm just looking at it in a weird way. Okay, that was actually really fun. You're like, I think there should be 2 left, so there's one more after this. Oh, never mind. So yeah, if you carry on going there, it's damaged. You also see the meter there has one of the things where she's sort of disconnected from it in a way that's like she doesn't know her face. So I don't know if it's damaged here or damaged here or both. Okay, so I need to do this without damage, which is hard. Because again, I think I've said this. Just really showing myself under control. I'm not a person who plays. Round 1 is easy. Round 3. Okay, they're gonna come from here. I'm also gonna try. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna slow it down a bit. So there is a new game option. So if I feel like. Do need to take some shots. That's good. So I don't need to be like, oh, I go through the game. Okay, so I can't do that. That's good. Okay, I don't think that's good for round 1. Oh, shoot. Oh, I can. Shoot, damage, man. A bit damage. Hopefully it's just death it's taking, not literal damage. I think that idea what I did was very risky, and I don't think it's played off too well. Thank you for going into my line of sight. The one I don't like is the... Okay. That's my problem. I don't like the bed. Don't like is a strong word. Okay, I do admit that. It's not that I don't like, I'm just bad. Like, I like the pathways. They're really fun and creative. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. Like, on purpose as in, there's something else that you can do up there. Or that's a glitch. That's not a glitch. Hi, I'm just going to be doing this. Okay. I was about to be like, round 1 completed again, but what the beat? There's someone else. Okay. Now one's complete. Yeah, I think it's just like a weird shape of the polygraph and like I accidentally got onto. Go to risk. I'm gonna leave that there. What about dematerialize? Where's number 15? Please say fine. It's good. It was going into a good slide there, but I don't like. Again, don't like strong vocabs. This is good. I'm just not good at like tight corners. Again, I don't do FP, which is sort of like an arcade version of. Where's the other guy? Oh, there he is. There you are. I fell into the lava, which is not right. Okay. Do I like that? $12. $7 more. Jesus. Make that 4 more. Got 1 more. You know what? I was fully preparing to get in here. Okay. Let's look at this. Let's actually look at this. I'm gonna do something. This is the bit of behind the scenes. I don't do this too often. But back to main menu. A couple of things. One, most games I don't really complete in the way that I would consider complete, which is getting all the achievement. But look, all of this. It is sad that eventually I will come back for this. But legitimately, I can't do anything. I've done every single part of the game. But I am going to come back. I will basically get MiSide peaceful mode. And fully. One of the other games will be put to a side. Which is going to be fun. Yeah. Oh, this is going to be so weird. Because I just, like... Because I just moved this to Thursday, and then I'm going to be moving Usamume, which is the new one that I did on Friday. Literally, I've only done 3 streams of it, and now it's being also moved to Thursday. Anyway. But I'm just going to do this, because I want to. So, here's my notes. Is it this one or the next one? No, I think it's... No, it's this one. Here's my notes, and you can see here that this is the name of the thing. Helluvah without taking damage. I was like, okay, I'm not going to do it in my first stream, so I prepared this, which I do for a couple of them. 2.0, 3.0. It's basically a way for me to be like, here is the 3rd version, the 4th version, or the 5th version. You can see with That's Not My Neighbor, it's 6.0. Because it's the 6th version of trying to do S. Even though one of the 4.0 is technically, knock, who's that, or something like that. Because I thought I wasn't going to achieve this that quickly. Obviously, now that I have, this is very weird. Fully weird. And what I'm going to do now, for the end of the 30 minutes of the stream, I'm just going to actually check something. Yeah, first half of the year. So it could be, realistically, either in January, February, March, April, May. Wait, January, February, March, April, May, June. It could be up to June. So... luckily the next one, I don't think it's that long, and the next one isn't, because this is the free version. But yeah. I'm not going to be doing, like, starting anything long, because I'll be stopping it a bit through. I might legitimately move a couple of the ones I know would be smaller. Because I will be putting it on pause when I'm doing it. Because I want to come back, but just for now... I've got all the achievements. I am legitimately insanely impressed. Because last time, I got, like, a lot of achievements. How many? 12.7. I'm still happy. Last event, I got the high meters by getting the last meters. Oh, great meter, remember us. You shall not pass. Helluvah win. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because Court of them is also in that one. I'm glad. But for now, because I legitimately want to do peaceful mode, because peaceful mode sounds insane, but I'm going to put this on hold. I'll be checking into it, looking at the updates, because there's discussions, and I think you can, like, do a couple of stuff with that, but I'm not gonna, that's gonna be off I'm just so glad that I have legitimately... Okay, let me just... Let's hold a drag and put it into... Because I'm not going to put done. It's not done compared to some other stuff which I have put in done. Like FNAF and Buckshot. Okay, so I am going to put on hold. Because legitimately, there is more stuff coming up. I know that. 16.5 hours I have played this game. Anyway. But what I'm going to do now, which I do need my headphones for, is check out a couple of settings and all of this stuff. No, wait. Remove. Remove. Okay. Some people say that this is a weird system. I fully kind of get it, but I do it this way. Ah! It's the wrong one. If worst case scenario, the next one is a big one, that is the case, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is once become human. And then don't move out yet. Then go back to this. Then I need something to replace number 7. I think let's go with confession. Realistically, I could also maybe do this one next, but I do want to look into this film. I've done this in half the stream time. Like usually I'm like, I'm doing this for an hour. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it in 1 hour. I don't think so. I am gonna check the audio, so I'm gonna put my headphones back on in a sec. Ooh. There's also no achievements in this, I don't think. Yeah, you can kind of see there's nothing. Okay, so I'm just gonna mute myself so I don't need to listen to myself for this bit. I need to listen to myself when the audio comes up so I can just check the settings. I'm not gonna go any further than that. Oh. Now I need to check it. Does this work? Okay. The one thing which I also need to do is usually I prepare the things beforehand, but the one thing which is interesting is when I do the thing of like, oh, here's the thing for next week, I will do the episode for like, hello, by the way, we're doing That's Not My Neighbor, and when I've done That's Not My Neighbor, I will have a week and That's Not Neighbor today, and that means on my Patreon, support me on Patreon, there's not much and you can just do the full power. One of the things that's on there is just basically, oh, what's coming up next. At 8 a.m. the day before, there will be, for the people who do the Patreon, a thing being like, oh, here's what the title will be, and here's what the thing will be. At 18, which I think is 6 p.m., because it's 8, it's weird, but it's basically the same thing, but for free. So it becomes free. I do a similar thing for a couple of other stuff. But for the weeks, I put all the games in beforehand. So for the one that will be airing on Sunday, the taglines was already Twitch week, behind the scenes, because it's behind the scenes of what's coming up next. Gaming, also the week does basically say what the next couple of days will be. But I put it there so it's like, so you know the week plan. And then when each day comes up, it's always this day just to double check with you. But in the week one, I have already put one of the taglines because I've got Bellatrix. Because you have like tags and you put on Patreon. I've already put Bellatrix, which is still Bellatrix. That's not changing. That's Not My Neighbor. Persona and Urume. I was certain with those because I had no idea done. But I was also certain that MiSide, that I was going to do a MiSide episode next week. But no, I'm not. Okay, let's check my options. Okay. Animated text, credits, copyright, graphic image. Okay, music down for reasons. Resolution. I'm keeping the resolution at full screen. Assist mode. Invincibility. Remove pitfalls. Game speed. No. Next win. No, I want that stuff. There you go. This is a game which I've heard of and it looks fun and like really interesting. Definitely with all this stuff. Joe, why don't I do a little bit behind the scenes because that'll be fun. Okay. Again, I did not expect to win. I thought it was going to be like a couple of days later. Yeah, I have already planned all of this, but if it's changed, I just change one of the names. Is it stupid? Sometimes. Legitimately, I have fully said my system is sometimes not the best. Okay, so here's the week I'm dealing with. And then Cuphead, Bellatrix, Persona, get Persona out, and get this up and running. So yeah, you can see here that in more options, one of the things is MiSide. Well, I have to take that off because I'm not doing that. Okay, so let's go to here. So I need to rework this. Is that the phrase? Or is it a mysteries afoot? What is Sherlock's iconic line, which is the game's afoot? Oh, okay. I think it's probably like not using traditional English. So it's a game's afoot. Do I know what that means? No. Right. Okay, so of Sonic the Hedgehog. I might be mispronouncing the last one. I fully admit that. Okay, so let's go here. Let's get in here. Okay, so the murder Although I'm not going to put capital letters up because I don't think that's how you do that. Sonic. Yeah, but I am going to do the. No, I'm going to have this one be lowercase. I think that makes more sense. Hedgehog. And then copy this. And then go here. Put this here. Wait, what the beep? Yeah. Okay, maybe it's just too big. Fully could be that. It could be. I'm gonna then put, because that's the best I have. I can't get more. Okay. So then copy this. This. This will be part 1. This will still be on the 6th. That is still kind of correct. It's not the 6th. This is in the 5th. Yeah, that's the 12th, which is what it should be. And that should be the 13th. Also, why am I still called Steam Up? I don't need Steam anymore. Goodbye. 1, 2, 3. Not going to be 3, but I'm just going to check. 1, 2. Yep. Put the distance down because I like a little bit of space. Don't have a good reason. There you go. Sort the mystery. That doesn't change much. That goes there. That goes there. Okay. So this goes 12, this goes 8. It's the first time I've going to be the easiest one to put down. And then do Twitch tomorrow. And then copy a bunch of these. Because originally I just do this. Oh wait, no, that's back. Twitch. Don't know why I didn't do it yesterday. Behind the scenes. Gaming. Is that all of them? Da. Well, besides this, but that doesn't need to be done. Anyway. Go to the 12th, and then go to 18. Which is correct. Yeah, this is on 11. Okay. So the next thing is copy this to go to here. Boom. Oh wait, no, that's the last thing I need to do. Which is basically, tomorrow is Twitch tomorrow is the murder. Which is going to be weird because then I'm going to do Utumume on Thursdays. Because that's going to be moved up. Wait, no. That's correct. 13. I'm still going to do it this way, but technically speaking, I am going to probably just keep this up anyway, so it doesn't change too much. Because I like 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, that's actually 4. 2. That goes there. This goes here. And then this is for... No, wait, no. This will be for not the 13th, but the 14th. Because new games automatically get moved to the Friday. No logical reason, and I have no justification. Just how this rolls. The only exception will be if MiSide comes back, because I'm just going to just swap temporarily. But I most likely might do the same thing. I'm going to just bring back the same thing and just put it in the Friday slot. Wait, no, that should be actually 13. 13. And then, let's get this in. This is also how I do the other thing, which is part 4. I will take this, put that in here. I'm not going to save, because this thing is going to stay open, and it doesn't really matter, save-wise. And then, I'm going to take this, don't know what I'm going to name it, 1, 2, 3, because there's question mark, but for the very least, this is going to be part 5. This one is going to be on the 13th. Because this will move from the Friday to that, which is very weird. But it's fine overall. Anyway, it does mean weirdly enough that, like, for today, 2 weeks, I am still going to do MiSide on here and this on here. And when I get to here, it'll be 1, 2, it'll be like, when I get to the 14th, it will be, I think, the 28th. Yeah, let me just check. Yeah, because That's Not My Neighbor is on the 18th. And I did it on the this. So if I do it here, it'll be 1, 2. Also, I love that I was about to be like, I'm going to do something with like the Christmas outfit. It says because it's Christmas. No. It doesn't. Which is interesting because I think this is just the end of November. Because this will go to the 20th. And this will go to, the one here will go to here. Still. And then the one here will go to here. Again, this is going to be so weird. I did save work for that. I fully did it. So that's why I'm like fine with it. So. Okay. Then take this. And place it here. And then cross this. Ooh. There we go. But yeah, I am excited for peaceful mode because I've looked into a couple of things connected to peaceful mode. You get, I think, more. You get more mini games. I know there's a cooking thing. So there's a day and night circle. Speculated is having sort of a playing, waking up on the sofa. It's a couple of stuff. Speculated. Confirmed in is shopping, which will be fun. Confirmed in. I think there's also like phone shopping, which is really interesting. Then you have speculation cooking, like pizza. Because there's animation of like pizzas and all that stuff. Which would be fun. I mean, I think you have a couple of other, like maybe like arcade games, which I think would be fun. Again, I thought there will be more to this. I am excited that I got all of them. I'm also sad because I was going to be like, do you know what? This will take a while. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to just carry on MiSide Peaceful Mode literally after this. And I was like, nope. I did all the achievements. I did all of them. Which both I find hilarious, I like, and enjoy. And at the same time, I don't because of that reason. So yeah, I am... So, plan for the future. 1. Because it's not going to be this year, and I think, because it says the 1st, I don't think it's going to be January. So between now and January, besides if I complete any other games, Persona 5 maybe I could complete in like the end of January, maybe February. Because if it's like, because I completed the first major thing in 10 parts, so that took 10 weeks. So it could be until the end of like 10 that I complete the other one. I don't think so. I really don't. I think it might take a bit longer. Because I did two side quests in one, and I know the last area is going to be even complicated, so that could be up to part 40, maybe, I think. But Bellagio, nowhere near. Best on my neighbor, nowhere near. I said that. Well, I am nowhere near because I've got like a couple of different endings I need to get for that. And Usamume will be here for all eternity. So, and Sonic, maybe I'll get through Sonic. Maybe I'll get through Dark Revival, which are two shorter ones. Sonic I didn't think was that long compared to how I've seen other people play it. A Dark Revival was just chapter 1, but that is hard. So, if I finish a game by the time peaceful mode is unlocked, I will just do it as normal, etc, etc. If not, I will most likely, whatever game's on night, I also might just wait until the next game, and then I just be like, we're back to MiSide. Which I'll say MiSide peaceful mode as the thing. So it'll be hashtag MiSide peaceful mode and time for some MiSide peaceful mode. Because I've done everything I can with this game. Legitimately. It has been fun. I have loved this game so much. There's some stuff I find terrifying. I still don't like the dummies in any of them sections. But that is more a me thing than a game thing. They're good in the games. Give me a mannequin and I will run away, even in real life. I might actually get rid of this so I don't see my face. In real life, they are creepy. I know that's the reason. I don't like that. Again, not a diss on the game. I will do a review of it in a bit. But again, it's not a diss of the game. I am just not a fan of mannequins. Definitely when they move. That's why, like, if I told you, like, one of my most horrifying enemies, there's a couple of episodes in, like, Doctor Who where it's like, oh, it's this. It's like, nope. Remember the first episode of the Doctor Who Revive? Those things creep me out. Luckily, they're like, and nowadays I'm like, oh yeah, I can see the little imperfections. I'm like, ah. But overall, it's like, I also like some of the achievements, like trying to beat each one of the games. I legitimately thought for the songs you had to beat. I was like, the songs was going to be a while, and then it's like, no, you just have to be one of the songs. Like, that's the one. But I'm like, oh, I'm glad I don't need to be like, I have to beat you in every song. That would have been hard. I could legitimately go back and be like, oh, no, I'm actually going to try and beat you in another song. But I'm like, no. As much as I'm not good at RPGs, which I think that mini game was sort of RPG-like. That would be like the RPG stuff. Definitely games like, not games like some of the big ones, but games like, I think it's like inspired by like Dune? Not Dune, Doom. Or like the original version. I am just so impressive that I was able to get that in one. I think I only did 2 restarts of the game. 2. That means on my third go, I did it. Actually, no, I had a couple of others, but that was mostly me falling in lava. Which I feel so embarrassed by. Being me like, I will review this at some point. Again, the way that I review things is somewhat... But again, it is fun. It is insane. I love this game. For like a quick version of it. I've already said my favorite MiSide, Happy, and that's because of the hat, which legitimately I want. If I could buy any of the merch, if they made a version of that hat, just that, not the gloves, I'm not really a glove person, but if they made a version of that hat that I could wear, I would buy in a heartbeat. If I had the money, that is a very strong emphasis. I do need money. Not from you. I'm not going to be like, and now my Patreon. I am going to fully acknowledge that in the credits, I also need to change that, which will be fun. But because of that, the credits, which I am going to show a bit, which is this. This is all the people support. You have Mad and Mad Army. I'm going to fully acknowledge you don't need to do either. I'm not going to take it away, but Mad Army is, I think, what? Mad Army, I think, is 10, and Mad Soldier is 1. Or is it the other way around? I don't know. But overall, I like this game. It's fun. I'm sad that it's over, but all good things come to an end. I know that's a quote from someone, but I don't remember who. But yeah. This is long. I don't know why I keep being like, I have to do it for 1 hour. Because realistically, it's like a couple minutes left. This is again, it's so weird. I was like going to be expecting like 2-3 parts to this section. That's why I had 2 point something prepared. I didn't need to, but I thought like it was going to take 3 parts to solve. Nope. It took 1 episode, which I am both impressed by and legitimately shocked in and sad. It also means I need to do the combination between 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Which found me up on my YouTube in like the same time that like a couple of days after this one was released. Which this one should be released in the 20th. The 21st would be the highlighted ones. And the 22nd would be the 10 p.m. Part 11 to part 16. But yeah, I hope you like this video. I hope you're excited about the new game that I'm playing every Friday, which is the Murder of Sonic. And yeah, I'm excited for MiSide People mode. But until then, I hope you enjoy and good night.